What's up, everybody? So I just read a comment on my channel from one of my good subscribers. He says, I don't see you handing out water or helping the people of Fort Myers Beach. And my reply to that is, no, absolutely not. Those people are rich snobs. They might get offended if you try to help them. I was just on realtor.com. There's a 5,000 square foot property. You know what 5,000 square foot is? It's just a small piece of land, a very tiny piece of land. And the house got washed away. There's no house left. It's just a piece of land. And they're asking almost $2 million just for a small piece of land on Fort Myers Beach. These people are rich. They don't need my help. Hey, when I was poor, when I used to go to Fort Myers Beach, their garbage day is Thursday morning, so on Wednesday nights, I used to go on Fort Myers Beach to work. They didn't help me. Why am I going to help them? Why am I going to help those people in Fort Myers Beach when they don't help me? They never, when I was poor picking up scrap metal, they didn't help me. They called the cops on me and said that I was stalking their property. They would come outside like this and tell you to leave their island. So, no, I'm not going to help those people. Why would I help somebody who hasn't helped me? When I used to go every single Thursday night, Wednesday night, I would go into Fort Myers Beach at midnight because there was too much traffic in the daytime. So I would go late at night because I could dodge the traffic. I would be as quiet as possible, not to disturb anybody, to pick up scrap metal. That's what I used to do. They never helped me. When has somebody from Fort Myers Beach helped me? Now I'm talking, I got my good subscribers from Fort Myers Beach. I've had friends who own properties in Fort Myers Beach, and they're great people. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking in general. When I go to Fort Myers Beach, I did a video on my channel. I had to delete it, where a big guy in a big truck road raged me, and then when I uploaded the video of him road raging me, he had people come out to my property, and I ended up having to take the video down. It's not on my channel. That video was taken down. His house is gone. I don't really feel for him. Now, I've had people tell me in Southwest Florida, not my words, other people, a lot of people in the community don't really feel too sorry for people on Fort Myers Beach losing their houses. Those people don't even want you to step on the beach. They think they own the beach, okay? They don't want us normal people going onto Fort Myers Beach. They don't want us walking on that sand. They think they own that sand. If you go to Fort Myers Beach and you're walking along the beach, they'll call the police on you and say you're trespassing on their property for walking along the beach. No, those people don't want you there. The vast majority of those people don't want you there. 50 people in Lee County. 50 people. Mandatory evacuation means you have to leave. But they don't listen to anybody. Can you imagine the law enforcement officers who had to go knock on those people's doors and tell them, hey, you need to get out of here. You need to leave. You can't stay here. And those people said, my constitutional rights is my home and my house and my right. And you can't tell me what to do. Well, those same people that came knocking on your door had to pull you out of your car, had to pull you out of a ditch and find you in a Gulf floating. Can you imagine the faces of those police officers who had to go do that work and find those people? How they're going to be traumatized for the rest of their lives because they had to pull you out of a mangrove because you didn't listen to a mandatory evacuation? I don't feel no pity for those people. They never felt pity for me. I was talking to a construction worker yesterday, somewhere in the Fort Myers Beach area. A vehicle, now they have a big truck, a utility truck, and they're putting up power lines. Okay, they're restoring power to this community. A guy in a truck pulls up in Fort Myers Beach area and says, hey, when are you gonna move your trucks out of the road? I'm trying to get to my house and your trucks are blocking the road. And I told the guy, I know the worker was wearing his company uniform, so he couldn't say nothing. So I told the guy myself, I said, can you see that these people have been here since 7 in the morning? And it's already so much at night. And then they're working 14, 16-hour days to restore your power. And you got the disrespect to tell those people to move their utility trucks out of the road? These people are disrespectful, man. They ain't got no respect for nobody. After the guy drives away, I told the utility worker, do you feel bad for these people here? And the guy told me, I don't feel bad for none of these people. I'm here for my paycheck. I don't feel bad for them. Ever since I arrived here, they've been honking the horn at us, telling us to move our equipment. He's had people demand, a lady came up and demanded from him, when are you going to restore my water? I haven't had water all day. Yo, lady, I'm working on the power. I ain't got nothing to do with the water. But you people need to move faster. I'm going to say, yo, you should be thankful that you got these people coming out to work for you, and you're over here telling these people that they need to move their vehicles and they need to hurry up and demanding when you're going to have the utilities restored. And these are people from around here. These people coming from Texas and Louisiana and Georgia and other places. They're not from around here. They don't like you. So I asked the people that were working, how do you feel about the people in the community? And the vast majority of the workers said, I don't feel nothing for these people. They've honked their horns at us. They've been rushing us. They've been disrespecting us. They're thankless people. I don't want to work for those people. And again, why want to help these people? Why am I bringing them water? You bring those people water, they might get offended at you. They might say, do I look like I need your help? I don't need nothing from you. That's the type of people you're dealing with out there. So I know it sounds nasty, but the vast majority of people in Southwest Florida, I've asked them, and I know this doesn't sound pretty, this doesn't sound audible, but it's the truth. I've asked people in Southwest Florida, how do you feel about these people losing their houses on the beach? And you know what somebody told me? He said, these rich people are getting a taste of what the rest of us have been dealing with our whole entire lives living down here. No, I'm not going to help the rich people. And the poor people, I'm not going to help you either. You know why? Because I've been helping you. I've given you the biggest help. It's called advice. The advice to get the crap out of Florida. I've been on YouTube telling people for years now, if you're poor, get out of here. You can't live here if you're poor. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, you need to escape. You need to leave. You didn't listen to my warning. So now when you're poor and you're living in a house that's got mold in it and you got nowhere to go, I told you to leave Southwest Florida if you didn't have any money. The warnings were all that. I've been telling you, hey, you need to get up out of here. If you're poor, you can't live here. If you can't afford a fancy condo or an apartment and a Mercedes-Benz, you can't live down here. I've been trying to tell poor people to leave. So I'm not going to give you a box of water. I'm going to give you, I've been giving you a warning to get the crap out of here. If you ain't got no money, if you're poor, get out of here. I've been giving you a warning to get out of here. So I'm not going to help the poor people because I told them to get the crap out of here. And the rich people, they don't help me, so I can't help them. I can't help nobody in this situation. It's unfortunate. The only thing I provide is great YouTube content. I go out there, I record it, I show it, and people get to see the truth. Now, a lot of people are concerned about how long it's taken. They don't understand how a hurricane works. Hurricane Irma took 3 to 6 months to clean up the garbage. Hurricane Irma wasn't 5%. It wasn't 10% of what this hurricane is. So if Hurricane Irma took 3 to 6 months, how much time do you think it's going to take to clean up something that's 100 times bigger in destruction? I don't know how many times bigger, a whole lot bigger. It's going to take a long time. No, I'm not going to help these people. They never helped me. When I used to work on Fort Myers Beach, they could have helped me. You live in a $3 million piece of land. Forget about what the house is worth. The land's worth $2-3 million. I go work for you, and instead of giving me a $20 tip, you ask me for a $50 discount while you're living on Fort Myers Beach. Now, there was one guy on Hickory Island. Every time I worked for him, he gave me a $100 tip. I'd say, it costs $240. He's like, here's another $100. Now, I feel bad for people like that because they're conscious of the need of poor people. But the vast majority of those people, if you go over there and try to give them a box of water or something, they might tell you to go, who knows what they'll tell you. 3 people did it to themselves on purpose. Because they couldn't, when they lost everything, when they lost their beachside mansion and they didn't have insurance because they thought they had the war figured out, they lost their beachside mansions. 3 of them did it to themselves because they couldn't stand the notion of having nothing. losing their shirt off their back. When they saw themselves like me and you, like a regular person, with nothing to wear, they did it to themselves. Because they couldn't live like a normal human being. They had to live on a beachside mansion. When they saw themselves living like this, like nothing on to wear, like me and you, they couldn't stand the notion. They didn't have the courage to continue living like the rest of us and figure out how to start up again. Even though the piece of land underneath them is still worth millions of dollars, but that's how little respect they have for their own life. Their whole life revolves around the house and the Mercedes-Benz and the beach. They don't understand that those material things aren't what make you a person. Thankfully, I'm in a nice apartment today. I'm getting a couch delivered right here. Later on today, they're bringing my couch. They're going to put it right here underneath this nice thing I bought. I'm happy with the things I got. And I appreciate the things I have, because I remember when I lived in a mobile home that had holes this big on the floor, and a raccoon would crawl into the floor. I remember those times, so I appreciate the things that I have. But a lot of people have forgotten that those material things, that house by the beach, doesn't make you the person you are. You know, your life is what matters. Being alive, being able to breathe, being able to walk outside and see the blue sky and the sun. That's what life is about. Whether you're doing it in a mobile home, underneath a bridge, or in a mansion. So a lot of people in Southwest Florida don't really have sympathy for these people. How can you garner sympathy for somebody who doesn't have any sympathy for you and whose entire mindset revolves around the notion of their material possessions? And when they see themselves without those possessions, even before that, they don't realize that now their comfort, their livability is in the hands of the people who are putting up the people that work for $12 an hour. Now you depend on them. And you know what those guys are doing that are on the power poles? They're standing outside like this, taking their time. You know why? Because 90% of the people that I saw working in Fort Myers Beach, they're not from here, they're from other states. And those people from Texas, Alabama, Louisiana, they're not going to put up with your little disrespect if you're rushing them. You know what they're going to do now? They're going to take their time. A lot of those people working along Fort Myers Beach now, when they see how thankless and disrespectful and ungrateful the people of Fort Myers Beach, you know what they're doing? They're not going to work for you. I have a business, bro. You guys know that when I was doing my junk removal after Hurricane Irma, you can make $2,000 to $3,000 a day. I don't make $2,000 to $3,000 a day on YouTube. I make less than that. I would rather go do my YouTube. Instead, I can go right now. I got a truck in Naples. I can go right now and I can do junk removal, start making $2,000 to $3,000 a day. You know why why I'm not doing it? Because I don't want to work for those people. They're ungrateful, they're thankless, they're disrespectful, they belittle you. I don't want to work for those people. That's why I could go right now and I can make thousands of dollars a day. You can go out there and have a $3,000 or $4,000 day right now. You know why I'm not doing it? Because I don't want to deal with those people. And the people that are coming from Louisiana and Texas and Alabama and Georgia and South Carolina, when they see how these people down here are, they're going to do one or two things. They're going to leave, or two, they're going to drag their feet to let you know that now your fancy lifestyle on the beach depends on the people that are putting up the power posts, the people, the linemen, the construction workers. You know those people that you want to send back to their country, that you don't like them here? They're 30% of the people working out there right now. Get out of here, man. I don't want to work for those people. I don't want to do anything for those people. And a lot of the people that are coming from out of state are packing their crap and they're leaving. They're telling me every single day, hey, I'm not going to work for these people. I don't give a crap how much. I talked to a redneck from another state. He's from up north. He had a little southern swing on him. He go, hey, man, I'll tell you what, I don't want to work for none of these people. Hey, keep their money. I don't need their money. I got 100 acres down there, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to work for these people. They're disrespecting me. This lady told me when she gonna have her paddle back on. I said, man, you ain't brought me a coffee. You ain't said hello or wave at me. So all these people that do the disaster cleanup in Louisiana and Texas and Alabama and South Carolina, they don't want to work for you because they're seeing how nasty of a pig you are. They're seeing how disrespectful you are, and they don't want to work for you. They want to go back home and be around decent people. So at the end of the day, that's the truth about Southwest Florida. I could have went out there and worked for them. I don't want to work for them. Am I going to help them? They never help me. When I was up there loading scrap metal and doing junk removal, they didn't offer me a glass of water. So the vast majority, I know this sounds very nasty, my heart's not like that. I feel sympathy for everybody for the most part. But I talk to people every day who tell me, Jose, I don't feel any sympathy for these people losing their beachside homes. Because those people, I wouldn't say that, but the people that I talk to every day tell me they feel that they deserve to have this happen to them. Because the way they are and how they feel like that their little island and their little world is the only thing that matters to the world, they don't come out here. People from Fort Myers Beach don't come doing anything for the rest of Southwest Florida. So a lot of people don't care about them. Because again, I don't have those sentiments. I help everybody, I'm a kind person, but I can understand how the people of Southwest Florida feel. Like, a lot of them, I've had people call me happy, tell me, Jose, you know that guy that owed me thousands of dollars that ripped me off and didn't pay me and we went to court? His house is gone. He didn't have it insured. He's outside blowing his hair out. I'm happy, Jose. People are telling me I'm happy that this is happening to those people. I would never say that personally, but that's what people are telling me. They're happy that these people are going through this madness because they're getting a taste of what the rest of us have to go through. And even now, the poor people in Fort Myers, they're going back to their houses. They've had to cut the drywall this high. You can see right through their houses. And when you look inside their houses, you see a mattress on the floor and 4 kids running around. They're living in a house that all they have is a toilet to flush and a mattress on the floor, and that's all they got to sleep on with 4 kids. But the rich people went up north and brought an $80,000 camper and put it on their driveway. Now look at this, just so you understand how messed up Lee County is. You want to understand how messed up Lee County is? If you're a poor person in Lee County, Florida, you can't live in a camper if you're poor. Can you live in a camper if you're poor in Lee County? No, you can't. If you have a piece of land in Lee County, like me, I got a piece of land in Lee County. It's for sale right now. I hope it sells and I'll never own land down there again. I own a piece of land in Lee County right now. If I was homeless and I parked my camper on my piece of land, they would run me out of there. You can't live on your land if you're homeless. But now, they're allowing the rich people to go up north and bring their $80,000, $100,000 campers and put it on their driveway so the rich people can live in a camper when they're homeless and their house gets knocked down. But us, the poor people, we can't do it. So you're seeing clearly how I go into neighborhoods where nobody lives in these houses. You go along the beach and you're seeing these $1 million houses that nobody lives in these houses. Nobody lives in these houses. And you know what they're doing? They got a bucket truck cleaning up the garbage off the commissioner's houses and the rich people's houses. 80% of those houses are empty. Nobody lives in them, but they're cleaning those up. And then you go into the hood in Fort Myers where the poor people got 4 kids to feed and the garbage is this tall. And not only have they not picked up the hurricane garbage, they're not even picking up the regular garbage. So you got to hold your nose so you can breathe. That's the reality of the situation, man. That's what's going on the ground, and that's how people really feel about this situation. And it's very unfortunate. And I'm not talking down because I got a lot of subscribers in Fort Myers Beach. They support me. I got homeless people that donate to my show. I don't know if you guys know that. I got people that are homeless. They got nowhere to sleep tonight, and they'll make a donation to my channel. And I also got millionaires that like my information, and they gave me money too. I got millionaires that support my channel, and I got homeless people that support my channel. So across the board on my channel, I don't go with the rich, I don't go with the poor, but I spend it how it is, and that's the reality. If you're poor in Lee County, you can't have a camper to live in. Right, and now the rich people are homeless, so now they all got a camper. I drove down the street of Fort Myers Beach, every single house had an $80,000 camper on the driveway. So when they go homeless, all of a sudden now they can bring in their campers so they can live in their campers. But what about us poor people? Why can't we do that? I mean, we're homeless pretty much. It's just food for thought. I appreciate you guys coming to my channel, and I'm giving you guys a very honest review. I know that honesty is rare and hard to find these days, and sometimes the truth can be a little shocking. These rants that I go on are for shock value for the most part, but also just give you guys some real content. So make sure you hit the like button, give me your comments. Check it out.